able to, they can do everything themselves. Junior for number 77, please.
No, he wished he was Jody Junior. He wished he was good as Jody Junior was. Or Jody Senior.
Do not call him Jody Junior. He'll kill me.
Little Jody?
No, that ain't even little Jody.
He's bigger than me now.
He's bigger than Jody.
Baby J.
He's bigger than me now.
What was the one in middle school? Turtle?
No, it was something turtle.
Turbo tortoise. You missed it then, because it was already micro. You didn't hear the popping sound? It was hot.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Johnny W. Sasser Stadium, home of the East Wake Warriors. Tonight's home opener sees the Warriors take on the Firebirds of Southern Nash High. We'd like to extend a big East Wake welcome to the visiting Firebirds, led by Principal Hugh Scott, Athletic Director Robbie Kennedy, and Head Coach Brian Foster, as well as all the Southern Nash parents, students, and fans. And to our Warrior fans, it's great to have you back in Sasser Stadium once again. Coach Dilton Cotton and his varsity squad appreciate the support you give each and every game. Be sure to stop by the concession stand during tonight's game and support the Booster Club, who does so much for Warrior Athletics. At this time, we'd like to remind everyone that the North Carolina High School Athletic Association, the Quad County Conference, and East Wake encourage and promote the values of sportsmanship and camaraderie. Any inappropriate comments or gestures made towards officials, coaches, or players are not acceptable and are grounds for removal from tonight's game. Let's enjoy the game by being good sports. We'd also like to remind everyone that all Wake County public schools, including this one, are officially tobacco-free. Please refrain from smoking, dipping, or, yes, vaping anywhere on the East Wake campus. Captains for the Firebirds this evening are Daryl Tabron Jr., Zyshawn White, Jackson Vick, and Gavin Bissett. Captains for the Warriors this evening are Deontay Lucas, Jonathan McDonald, and Josiah Osborne. Your officials for tonight's game are referee Battle Whitley, umpire Rob Ziemba, linesman Vernon McGrew, line judge Richard Platia, and back judge Jeff Barber. Southern Nash will receive the opening kickoff this evening. They will begin tonight's game by defending the northern end zone, while the Warriors will begin tonight's game by defending the southern. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise in honor of our country with the playing of the national anthem by the award-winning East Wake Blue Spirit Marching Band under the direction of Mr. John Garner.
And good evening, high school football fans, and welcome to East Wake High School for tonight's game, the 3A matchup of Southern Nash Firebirds versus the East Wake Warriors. First time in history, 2 football seasons in 1 year, only about a 4-month hiatus between seasons. A lot of changes in that 4 months. We've seen, obviously, the different schedule, as well as a new coach. Have college commits have been announced in that brief period of time. But the one thing that has not changed is the eye on the prize of a return to the playoffs at the state championship for the Firebirds of Southern Nash. So we hope you enjoy tonight's game. This is the Tar River Sports Network, and this is Firebird Friday Night Lights. And welcome back as we get ready to get things underway. Tonight's game is brought to you by At the Bar Dance Studio, a place where dance and fun meet. We're striving to be our best as only one step, now accepting new and experienced students between the ages of 2 and 18, bringing the best dance training to the Nashville and Rocky Mount area since 2015. You can find us on our Facebook page, At the Bar Dance Academy, and that's BAR, B-A-R-R-E. Also brought to you by Tar River Media. For all your live streaming and video production needs, call Tar River Media at 252-478-3320. And Southern Nash, or East Wake actually won the toss and deferred. Southern Nash will receive. And a squib kick is touched by the Firebirds and knocked out of bounds. So the Firebirds will take over the ball, 1st and 10. From their old 26, and right now we're going to be doing a little camera switch. You may see a little shaky screen. There's a lot of thunderstorms in the area, no earthquakes as of yet. Although these East Wake boys, there's some big fellas out there. They probably can shake the ground. So first play from scrimmage is junior Brock Alfred is taking over the quarterback, and he'll hand off to the senior Jackson Vick, who's around the right end. He's gone. Nothing but the end zone in front of him. One man speeds up behind him, could always catch him, but he will get there, and the Firebirds lead off first play from scrimmage with a touchdown. And Jackson Vick with his first touchdown, first carry of the season. Jackson was the before-mentioned commit during the offseason. Jackson will be moving on to North Carolina State University to play football for Coach Dave Doran next year. And Coach Doran will have to take a second look because Vick has been recruited as a defensive back. He's actually a cornerback. But running back doesn't look too bad after that first play. So my buddy Ron on for the extra point attempt. And that's going to be no good, off to the side. So Firebirds take the early lead, 6-0 over the Warriors. And Southern Nash will be set to kick off here momentarily. We'll be right back. So this season's scoreboard also is brought to you by Baker Professional Services. And with only 12 ticks off of the scoreboard early, as you see, Southern Nash takes the early lead. And Roan is set to take his first shot at a kickoff here. So, correction, that is not Roan Walkwicks. That is Jonathan Daniels who will be doing the kicking. He actually kicked the extra point, and now we'll be attempting doing the kickoff here. As we'll get our first look at the East Wake offense as they are set to receive deep. So the high kick is caught at about the 41. And East Wake will take over with pretty decent field position from their own, looks like the 42-yard line. So already encroaching on Southern Nash territory. As we were once again trying to make some camera adjustments. Apologize. Those of you that have started drinking early, I'm sure this is not helping at all. And I'm talking to those of you over at Peachtree Hills Country Club. Quarterback keep up the middle. Nice yardage into Southern Nash territory. Look to see if they have enough yardage there for the first down. Looks like they're going to come up about a yard shy. Ball's going to be spotted just inside the Southern Nash 49-yard line. Quarterback keeps it again. Take it to the left side around the end. He's got enough for a first down, brought down by a gang of Firebirds as he just crosses the 40 of Southern Nash, down possibly to the 39. We'll look for the spot here. And that will be 1st and 10 from the Southern Nash 39-yard line.
The way the box is, we can't get with one guy up because I'm standing behind the man trying to watch.
And that is Deontay Lucas, quarterback for East Wake. A handoff up the middle, met by the Firebird defensive line. Dawson May charges through first in the linebacker position. And that'll actually be a loss on the play of about 1. From the shotgun, roll out to the right. He'll pull it down. And he's going to be tripped up at about the 35-yard line. That tackle by Sammy Gandy.
That's Mitchell, though. Mitchell's got the force there. Switch off quarter.
No, that's Mitchell. They sent it right.
Well, can they go?
So East Wake from the shotgun again.
Oh, that's precision.
And be some movement there. And that's going to be false start against the Warriors. That'll move back the 5 yards that were just picked up. It will remain 3rd down and back to 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. One man in motion from the shotgun. That'll be handed off. Just slips the tackle in the backfield, but will be hit behind the line of scrimmage and thrown for another loss. Flag on the play. We'll look for the call here. It'll be against the Warriors. That's an illegal motion penalty, and that'll be declined and bring up 4th down. And it is declined, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Warriors. And we'll see if they elect to punt here. It looks like Lucas is staying out. Not sure if he's going to punt. He's pretty much generated the offense for him thus far. He's going to line up in the shotgun. And he will punt. And a nice punt will be downed at about the 2-yard line, just inside the 2. So that'll back the Firebirds way up. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So we'll see if new head coach Bryant Batchelor can pull some plays out here and move the ball down the field. Of course, obviously, we've only seen one offensive play thus far by the Firebirds. So we'll see what quarterback Alford and his backfield can get done. Gavin Bizzle will step up to the ball. Vic goes in motion again. The ball hits the ground. There is a flag on the play. Alford does cover the football. And it'll be a false start against the Firebirds. That'll be half the distance to the goal. So even a little tighter in on the goal line now for the Firebirds. Can't afford to drop it here. Got to get something to get that ball with a little breathing room here for the Firebirds. Eastlake sporting a huge defensive line. And Southern will take it up the middle to challenge that line. Little bit of gain on the play there. Looks like a pickup of possibly about 6 yards on the play. That'll get their backs away from the goal line. May be able to get a little room here to work. It's going to bring up second down and about 5 on the play. Alford under center. And he'll hand it off in the backfield, but East Wake is quickly there, and it'll be a loss on the play. As Traylon Mitchell is thrown for a loss on the carry. That'll back the Firebirds back up to about the 5-yard line. It's going to bring up third, and looks to be about 7. Another pitch to Vic around the right end. He's still on his feet. Flag comes in on the backside of the play. Vic will not get enough yardage for the first down. He's just shy of the 10-yard line. Flag came in, possibly in the area for a hold. We'll see what the officials have. It's like illegal motion. That will be declined. That'll bring up fourth down for the Firebirds. So it'll be 4th and 4. A short 4. And it looks like Coach Batchelor on his first 4th down is going to go for it here. So a risky move here by Coach Batchelor. And East Wake gets it to the backfield and throws for another loss. And East Wake will take over first and goal as Southern Nash turns the ball over on downs. As Traylon Mitchell, thrown for his second loss of the night, puts East Wake in the prime scoring position now to tie things up and possibly take the lead from the Firebirds. They're going to mark that ball down at about just outside of the 5-yard line, so it'll be first and goal, and we'll just say the 5. Lucas from the gun. He'll hand it off to the right side, and East Wake will score on the short run. That's Earl Richardson, who punches in the touchdown and ties it up at 6 apiece. with 7:01 remaining in the first period on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And Eastway will go for the two-point conversion here. Same play again from scrimmage, and he'll take it in. And Eastway pulls ahead 8-6 as Richardson scores the first 8 points for the Warriors and puts them on top. And once again, 7:01 remaining in the first quarter on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. So as the Firebirds set up to receive this next kickoff, we'll remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by At the Bar Dance Academy, where dance and fun meet. Now accepting new and experienced students between the ages of 2 and 18, bringing the best dance training to Nashville and Rocky Mount since 2015. Please check out their Facebook page, At the Bar Dance Academy. So a risky play early in the first quarter does not pay off for the Firebirds. They turn the ball over on downs and give the Warriors the prime opportunity to score, which they take advantage of, and that's where we sit now. The one big play, the run play from Jackson Vick from scrimmage on around about a 70-yard carry. And it's 8-6 with the Warriors leading and preparing to kick off to the Firebirds. Vick and Mitchell are back deep. And this will be an onside kick, and it's covered. I believe that was Keegan Wallace on the cover. And the Firebirds will take over 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line, so a decent starting field position here for the Firebirds. See if they can open up some offense here and get the ball moving. Gavin bids it up to snap the ball. Brock Alford under center. Motion. Mitchell gets it again on the handoff. He's around the left end. This time he breaks free. He's not going to have a loss this time. It's another big run for the Firebirds, and he'll place that in the end zone. No flags on the field. And another first play from scrimmage as Trey Mitchell takes it in for his first touchdown of the 2021 season. And the Firebirds, just that quick, are back on top, 12-8, with what looks to be a 2-point attempt coming up. And that's going to be the case. The Firebirds to go for 2 here. Pitch to Jackson Vick, and he'll get lost in the backfield and dropped. And that extra point attempt will be no good. And with 6:48 now remaining on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard, the Firebirds regain the lead 12-8. And while the Firebirds are setting up to kick off now just that quickly, remind you also tonight's game is sponsored by Tar River Media. For all your live streaming and video production needs, call Tar River Media at 252-478-3320. So just to let everybody know that's watching at home, we are having a few difficulties here. The press box is a little bit of a different setup. We're having to hand hold the camera, so apologize if you see any shakiness. It has started to rain here. Internet is in and out. We've been very fortunate so far that we've been able to bring you everything to its entirety. Another high kick. And it'll be called again. And down to about the 42-yard line, which is pretty much the same position as Southern Nash's first kickoff. And the Warriors will take over 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. As they look to get their offense moving. On their first offensive possession, they did get a first down, moved the ball decently down the field, turned it over on downs after a couple of penalties, and then got the lucky break on the turnover on 4th down by the Firebirds for the quick score. Man in motion with the quick pitch. He slips a tackle from Gandy. He's wide open around in. He'll cut back, still on his feet, way down into Southern Nash territory, down to the 30-yard line. So Reginald Vick on the big carry for the Warriors. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line of Southern Nash. So that, so far in the game, is the biggest offensive play the Warriors have had. So they're showing their ability to run the football. And another keeper by the quarterback, Lucas. Looks like he'll pick up possibly about 7 on the play. And that's going to take it to the 22. 2nd down and 3 now for the Warriors as the rain does start to pick up a little heavier here. So no pass attempts as of yet. Another handoff to the right side. I believe that's going to be enough for a first down. Wilkes with the carry will do just that, pick up the yardage. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors from about the 18-yard line of Southern Nash. So Eastwake is threatening again here to score on the Firebirds. Another handoff up the middle. Big hit there from T.J. Tabron to save the touchdown. And that'll take the ball inside the 5-yard line. Excuse me, inside the 10. It's like they're down at about the 7-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal now for the Warriors. So strong legs by the running back. And they're going to blow the play dead at about the 2-yard line. Josiah Wood with the carry. So it'll be 2nd and goal there for the Warriors. So that'll be a flag there. The center pulled the snap and pulled it back. That'll be a false start on the center. And that'll move them back 5 yards. That'll be 2nd and about the 7. So 2nd and goal from the 7. Handoff again. He'll be caught in the backfield. This time by Deshaun Pitts. He'll throw for the loss. So Richardson thrown for the loss. It'll make it 3rd and goal. Back out to by the 10-yard line, just inside the 10. First pass play of the game, and that's going to be incomplete. A flag will come in, and there's going to be pass interference called on Thomas Copeland. And that's going to move the ball half the distance to the goal line. And it will remain 3rd down.
Is there somebody named Sel?
So handoff to Richardson. And he's going to punch that in for another touchdown for the Warriors. As East Wake regains the lead with 3:19 remaining in the first quarter on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. Now 16-8 with the extra point upcoming. They will be going for 2. 14-12. My bad. I can't do math either in my head.
I ain't never hit the home base that many times in the last couple years. It's still the same thing. You want to text with you. That's right. No, don't say way too wide.
Started to pass, had to pull it back, take it in himself, and he's going to be stopped, and the extra point is no good, and the score will remain 14-12 with 3:18 remaining on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're back as East Wake is once again set to kick off to the Firebirds. Vic and Mitchell back deep. With Zyshawn White, Zion Nicholson, and Thomas Copeland on the midline. We've had 2 basically onside kicks so far, and they'll go deep with this one. Tay Mitchell will have it. He'll look up the middle of the field. He'll come around to his left and gets tripped up at about the 22-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Firebirds. From their own 25-yard line is where they'll mark that one down. As a steady rain continues to fall, Alford will step up under center, and the ball will come out. looking for a signal here from the officials. Looks like Southern Nash will get it back. Recovered, no gain or loss on the play. So to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Southern Nash 25-yard line.
Actually, what could have happened is because that is where the discus lines are. They could have like painted it enough to dead spot it in the spring. And when they spread it, that's the new grass.
So a run around the left end by Sammy Gandy will get out across the 40 out to about the 43 of Southern Nash. That's going to be enough for a Southern Nash first down on Gandy's first carry of the evening. And they'll call Gandy's number again around the left side. He's going to be tripped up and be down at about the 46. A flag does come in behind the play. We'll see what the... And that's going to be a hold against the Firebirds, so that'll bring the Firebirds back. $10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that'll move it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll replay the first down. And so looks like it's going to be first and about 19 to go here. Another flag flies in. And that's going to be false start against the Firebirds. That'll move them back even further. It'll still be first down for the Firebirds, but it's going to be first and about 25, 24 yards. So first and 24 here for the Firebirds as they need to get a little momentum going towards the East Wake end of the field. Vic again with the carry around the right side. He slips a few tackles. He'll get out to about the 35. So Vic with his third carry of the night. Make it second down and about 17 now for the Firebirds. So reverse to Richardson, back around the left end. He's got room. He'll get out across the 50. He'll be marked down out of bounds very close to the first down. Looks like it's going to be really close to a first down for the Firebirds. They are now in Warrior territory. As we look down at 1:01 remaining on the scoreboard here in the first quarter. And they say it's going to be just shy. No, they're going to actually say it is a first down, so it's first and 10 for the Firebirds. On the reverse from Vic to Mitchell. And this will go straight up the middle. Ball carried by Palazzo. And he'll run out of his shoe. Be second down and 5. As the clock winds down, and it appears that the Firebirds will let the clock run down and go to the second quarter. And as we look up at the Baker Professional Service scoreboard, it's 14-12. with East Wake leading the Firebirds. So once again, we'll remind everyone tonight's game is brought to you by At the Bar Dance Academy, a place where dance and fun meet. Where striving to be our best is only step one. Now accepting new and experienced students between the ages of 2 and 18, bringing the best dance training to the Nashville and Rocky Mount area since 2015. Please find them on Facebook at the Bar Dance Academy, and that's BARRE Dance Academy. This is the Tar River Sports Network, and we'll be right back. So 2nd and 5 for the Firebirds here to start the second quarter. From the East Wake 43-yard line. Pitch back to Mitchell. He'll take it right to the left side. He's going to break free, and nobody's there to stop him. And for the second time tonight, Mitchell will take it into the end zone. And the second quarter starts just the same as the first with a big run play by the Firebirds. And that'll be 18-14 now with Southern Nash on top and the extra point attempt upcoming. Dawson Mann at fullback. Mitchell get it. A flag is going to come in. They're going to say the conversion is no good. Personal foul. There is a face mask. So Southern Nash will get another attempt here. And the ball comes out again. It looks like that'll Warriors do recover the fumble. That'll just make the 2-point attempt no good. So the score will remain 18-14, leading the Warriors now with 11:51 remaining in the second quarter. So sorry about that. We're experiencing some difficulties here. Some of the video cutting out. Still some internet issues. We shouldn't have missed the play here as the Firebirds are setting out a kickoff. And part of the things you can't see here in the press box is there's a whole lot of fat people trying to get to one space to work on the same camera and the same sound system. Not to mention the coaches here. I'm sure you've heard some of that in the background. But we got one slim guy, and then there's like 4 really fat guys, like right up front. And I'm including myself in the fat guy. So. It's kind of like, when you go to the circus and the little Volkswagen pulls out and you see all these clowns come jumping out of the – that's kind of the way it looks in the press box here. So as we wait for the kickoff, to happen. Daniels with a deep kick. It's going to be fielded, and he'll be tripped up inside the 35-yard line. Mark him down at about the 33. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. So Eastwake, who's remained in the shotgun all night, Lucas back. Looks like he'll pull this one back, and a flag will come in. And there's going to be a false start called again against the Warriors. A lot of penalties being called tonight on both teams. First game of the season, I guess you can kind of expect that. Although I'm sure the coaches are not really excited about it. That'll make it 1st and 15 here for the Warriors. Lucas again from the shotgun. He'll hand it off, and he'll be stopped inside the 30 at about the 29-yard line. Makes Richardson pick up about 1. Be 2nd and 14 here for the Warriors. The rain has gone very light here now. It is still raining. Not as heavy as it once was. We're hoping this too will pass. Quarterback's going to pull this one down himself. Lucas up the middle will get back. Looks like about to the original line of scrimmage. Should bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Warriors. So a great opportunity here for the Firebirds if they can hold here and either force a kick for some decent field position. Lucas drops back to pass. He's got a man open, and it's going to be caught. And he's off to the races, and that's going to be a touchdown, East Wake. As Zyshawn White went for the block, couldn't get there, just over his head. A little bit of height advantage there for the receiver for Vic. And he's going to take it into the end zone, and the back and forth continues as East Wake regains the lead. Now 20-18 with 10:19 remaining on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And this will be handed off. Stopped in the middle, and a 2-point conversion is again going to be no good. So a remaining 2-point lead for the Warriors. With about 10 minutes to go until halftime, Eastwake will once again be kicking off to the Firebirds. And we'll also remind you tonight's game is sponsored by Tar River Media. For your live streaming and video production needs, call Tar River Media at 252-478-3320. And, of course, tonight's game is presented by the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back in just a moment. All right, so as we wait for East Wake to kick off, we do have a score update in the first quarter at over in Red Oak. Northern Nash is leading Southwest Edgecombe by a score of 14-0. And, of course, those of you that don't know what happened last night, Rocky Mount pulled off what I guess could be considered as an upset as they beat the Tarboro, the defending state champion Tarboro Vikings 12-0 in Rocky Mount. That always is a great game to see. But apparently last night the offense was a little lackluster from both sides. Another squib kick is going to come loose as it gets through Wallace's hands. It'll be recovered by Bryson Richardson, and Southern Nash will take over there. As you can see, those balls are hard to handle. You can see the water spray from the field as they were sliding. So that field is very wet right now. Wet football is going to make for some interesting ball handling. Going forward. Now, obviously, we've seen no turnovers thus far in the game. Been some fumbles that have been recovered by Southern Nash. The one fumble was recovered on the extra point attempt just a few moments ago by the Warriors, but obviously that was a dead ball turnover on the PAT. 10:15 now remaining on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And with time being called on the field, we'll remind everyone again that tonight's game, one of the sponsors is At the Bar Dance Academy. They're bringing the best dance training to the Nashville and Rocky Mount area since 2015. Find them on Facebook, At the Bar Dance Academy. This is the Tar River Sports Network, and we'll be back with you when play resumes in just a moment. So a run attempt right of the middle.
Number 20, Justin Braswell.
And Braswell might have picked up a couple before he is popped backwards. Braswell's first carry of the night. Second down and 8 now for the Firebirds. As we're starting to see a little offensive rotation here by Coach Batchelor. Flag will come in. A legal player step off the sideline to join the play. That's going to, Vic will have a small gain, but I believe the penalty is going to add a little more to it than just the run by Jackson Vic, the senior for Southern Nash. So the illegal sub penalty, as some of you may saw come into camera view, as the defensive player ran in after the ball was snapped from the sideline. That'll add a few more yards to Jackson's run. That'll bring up second and about 3 here for the Firebirds. Now, it looked like the ball came out. It did. Alford recovered it, tried to make something out of nothing. It looks like he may have picked up about maybe a yard on the play, make it 3rd and 2. So a heads-up play by Alford. We might want to think about maybe a little stick 'em on those hands. This not MLB. They're not checking for substances, so we could probably get something on his hands to help hold onto that football. The ball comes out again. And it looks like East Wake will recover. Waiting to see the official. We're waiting to see what the official says. They're going to say that Alford did recover it and that the East Wake Warrior took it away from him. So he was marked down. That'll bring up 4th down and about 6, a long 6 for the Firebirds. So 2 fumbled snaps in a row. Of course, Bissett has been a two-year starter at center for the Firebirds. This will be Brock Alford's, although he did get in some reps earlier this spring in that 2020 season. The first time with full-time working together. Of course, if you recall, Brock took some of his first snaps from brother Zolly Alford that graduated in 2021 or 2021. And it's fumbled again, this time on the reverse. Jackson Vick will cough it up. And this time there's no doubt, as East Wake does recover on 3 fumbles in a row. The odds were not so much in their favor in that Hunger Games matchup. And East Wake will take over 1st and 10 from the Southern Nash. Looks like about the 34-yard line here with 7:59 remaining in the half on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. Man in motion. Lucas will pull it back. He's going to be tripped up at about the 31. Small gain there for Lucas. It's going to bring up 2nd down, and we'll just call it 7. And, of course, I jinxed it a while ago when I said no turnovers so far in the game. So, here we go. 2nd and 7 for the Warriors. Looks to pass. Slips the tackle in the backfield. Still on his feet. He'll keep this one. As good coverage downfield by the Firebirds will force Lucas to run. He'll pick up a couple more on the play. It's going to be about 3rd and 6 now for the Warriors. So from the shotgun, pass out into the flat. It'll be caught. Still on his feet. He'll be brought down inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line. That's Josiah Osborne for the Warriors on the completed pass. And that'll move the chains. You probably could hear in the background looking for a hold call, which Southern did not get. Now they're saying there is a flag on the play. And that's going to be a sideline warning for the Warriors. So no penalty assessed. As that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Warriors leading 20-18 with 5:55 remaining in the half, looking to expand that lead before halftime. That run's going to be stopped right up just off of center to the right by Richardson. Might have picked up one on the play. We'll call this 2nd and 9 coming up. So clock running down to 5:20. And no sign of the play clocks are not working here on the field. The officials are keeping that on time. So I can't really tell you what the play clock looks like. Richardson again on the carry. He'll pick up a couple more down to about the 15. It's going to be 3rd and we'll say at a long 7 here for the Warriors. Pass play again. They'll go over the top. Good defense there by Zyshawn White. And that's going to be incomplete and will bring up 4th down. And we'll see if they will go for it this time, which I'm sure they will this deep in Southern Nash territory. Don't know if they have a field goal kicker. And looks like Lucas is going to line back up in his shotgun. Surely he won't punt this time, not from that close in. He's going to roll out to his right. He's looking to pass. He's got a man open in the end zone, and it's caught, but he is out of the back of the end zone when he caught the ball. Guess we hadn't been working on that toe tap drill, and that's going to be incomplete, and Firebirds will take over on downs. The turnover there by the Warriors. So mark that 4:22 remaining in the half. And it looks like the rain has completely stopped now on the field. And tonight's game has been kind of slow-paced. We've had a few explosive plays and big runs. Had a big pass play by the Warriors. Obviously, the big runs by Southern Nash. And Trey Mitchell out with another run, and he'll take it out for another 1st down for the Firebirds. But pretty much very slow-paced, eating a lot of the play clock up from both sides. I guess a lot of early season jitters as things have changed. Not a lot of workout time this summer with still a lot of COVID protocols in place, and with the season ending as it did. And Trey's going to get caught in the backfield this time. Mitchell will be thrown for a loss down to about the 22-yard line. We'll see where they spot it up. That's going to make it 2nd and 12 now for the Firebirds, as he'll be downed about halfway between the 18 and 19-yard line of Southern Nash. This is going to be handed off again to Vic, who's got a lot of room around the right side, and he's going to get tripped up. As he looked back to check where he was, their feet got tangled, and Jackson caught the worst end of that trip as he goes down. But a big run play will take the Firebirds all the way out to the 50-yard line with 1st down, 3:15 remaining in the half as the clock runs.
Get Trey out. Well, I guess Sammy's in for Jackson. That ain't what I wanted. I know Jackson took himself off.
Looks like a timeout is going to be called by the Firebirds. And as we take this break, we'll remind everybody that tonight's game is sponsored by At the Bar Dance Academy, a place where dance and fun meet. We're striving to be our best is only step one. Now accepting new and experienced students between the ages of 2 and 18, bringing the best dance training to Nashville and Rocky Mount areas since 2015. You can find them on Facebook at the Bar Dance Academy, and that is Bar, B-A-R-R-E. So please support one of your many Firebird sponsors. And this year we have a lot of new sponsors you'll be learning about as the games proceed. And if you, too, would like a sponsorship opportunity, you can reach us on our website at Tar River Sports Network or Southern Nash News, as Sammy Gandy breaks up the middle for a long run, a flag on the backside of the play, and that will be a hold call that will negate the long run by Sammy Gandy. So that's going to bring that all the way back, and we'll repeat first down. So like I was saying, several different and some new sponsorship opportunities this year for some of the smaller businesses. There are whole games available. There are smaller packages available where you can do multiple games at a lower price for quarters. So if you're interested, prices start as low as $300 and go all the way up to the full game price of $1,500. But if you are interested, please look us up on Tar River Sports or the Southern Nash News and contact Mark Cohn. You can also reach him at 252-478-3320. And Warriors will burn another timeout for the half. I believe they have one remaining now, as they lead 20-18 with 2:36 remaining on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. You can also reach out to Tar River Media at 252-478-3320 for all your live streaming and video production needs. If you have an event that you want live streamed, or if you have a video production that you need assistance with, or that you'd like for someone to take care of for you, just contact Tar River Media at 252-478-3320. It's going to be first and 20 now for the Firebirds from their own 40-yard line. Hand off to Vic up the middle. Looks like he'll pick up 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be second and 17 as we are approaching the 2-minute mark remaining in the first half. And the flag's going to be thrown. Looking this. So no penalty is actually called. I think there was an equipment issue with one of the Firebirds that swapped out. And we'll resume play. Still second down and 17 for the Firebirds. Pitch to Gandy. He'll take it back up the middle. He'll stay on his feet out beyond the 50-yard line, be back over the original line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up a third down and what looks to be about 7 now. So much more manageable here for the Firebirds. So Vic on the pitch. Ball nearly comes out. He holds on to it. He will be thrown for a loss. And this will go back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down, and so there looks like there was a timeout called.
And it is a timeout called by Southern Nash.
So the ball moved back to the line of scrimmage, but the downs changed. So I'm not sure if they're saying that the timeout was called prior to the play.
Especially those of you with the East Wake Booster Club, they need volunteers down at the concession stand at this time. If you would please make your way to that area. Once again, volunteers needed.
The down markers are showing 4th on the field. The play was downed behind where the spot is, unless that was just a terrible spot. Looked like the play was going to be down at about the 50. The ball's moved back to the original line of scrimmage. They're calling it 4th down. We're waiting for the – I don't see a fist in the air here to signify the 4th down. So reversed by Gandy. He's got some room as he slips a tackle, and we won't have to worry about if it was a 4th or not, because that's enough for a 1st down. Down beyond the 25-yard line. We'll look to see where he went out of bounds. That was across the field from our position. So we're going to look for the spot. So any controversy of whether that was a 3rd or a 4th down is erased, as the ball will be marked down at the 26-yard line after another run that actually counts this time by Sammy Gandy. Be 1st and 10. The ball is going to come out again. And the second turnover by the Firebirds. This time deep in the East Wake territory. And that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Warriors, with 54 seconds remaining in the half. So Southern Nash looking to hold here as East Wake does lead 20-18. So I'm sure we'll see some plays in the air right now, as East Wake would like to extend this lead going into the break. Lucas appears to be limping a little bit. Not sure if there's an injury or if that's just swagger. So caught in the backfield is Richardson, thrown for a loss. He's asking for a flag. No flag is going to be thrown. So a loss of about 3, maybe 4 on the play is going to bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 13. Another score update in from Red Oak as Northern Nash now leads Southwest Edgecombe 23-0. And it's halftime there in Red Oak. So a long count here by Lucas. And the flags will come out. And that will be delay of game against the Warriors. Once again, players on the field are at a disadvantage with no play clock ticking. The officials are keeping that on the field. So 2nd and long as Lucas will take a knee. And time will expire on the Baker Professional Service scoreboard. And we'll go to the half with the home Warriors of East Wake leading your Southern Nash Firebirds 20-18. This is the Tar River Sports Network, and we'll be back with the start of the second half in just a few minutes. So welcome back to the second half of play here at East Wake, as East Wake will be receiving the opening kickoff of the half, as they did win the toss and defer to the second. So Jonathan Daniels on for the kickoff. Yeah, 20-18. Here's the score with the Warriors leading. As the first half was done by a lot of fumbles, 2 actual turnovers, a lot of penalties, and several big run plays along with 1 big pass play. As the kickoff is fielded deep, looked like he had some room to room and kind of slid down, not taking any hits. And that'll be 1st and 10 from the 15. Looks like they're going to spot it down at about the 17 now. I guess the slide gave them a little couple of yards extra. This actually is the worst starting field position for the Warriors so far tonight. Lucas will hand this one off. Able to slip 1 tackle, but then caught on the end. Looks like he might have got back just beyond the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. Will bring up 2nd down and 10. Lucas looks to pass across the middle, and that's dropped right through the hands of the intended receiver, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Warriors. Thrown a little behind him, but very catchable. So defensive captain Dawson May looks to set his defense to try to hold the Warriors and get the ball back here for the Firebirds. This could result in some pretty decent field position for the Firebirds if they're able to hold Lucas and his offense. He rolls out to his right for a pass and nearly intercepted after it went through the hands of the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down and 10 now for East Wake. So a nice defensive stand there for the Firebirds to start the second half.
Jackson needs to come up to about the 50.
So the punt is away. Vic will pick it up. He'll lose ground. Still on his feet. He's going to try to make it back up. He'll get it back. Still up. So a 50-yard dash to nowhere. And there is a flag on the play. It's going to be against Southern Nash. So the ball was spotted. Looks like it would have been spotted on the 50. Personal foul was called against the Firebirds. Was that I think that may be signifying helmet. Was that helmet the helmet contact? So I believe the foul was after the kick. Officials are discussing. I think there's some discussion if that leaves possession with the Warriors, or will it be assessed after the kick return. So the foul was called on the return.
Penalty against the Firebirds. It'll bring the ball back to the 36. We'll make it 1st and 10 from there.
So a 15-yard penalty there for the Firebirds. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Firebird 36. So a small gain on the play there by Trey Mitchell. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 now for the Firebirds. Vic will get the handoff up the middle. He'll pick up a few more, about maybe 4, possibly 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down. It's like 3rd down and about 3.
Oh, gosh.
So another attempt up the middle for no gain.
Get Brock to you.
So that'll bring up 4th down
Hey, get Leo for Jackson.
as Jackson Vick is slow to get up after the carry. Small gain on the play, 4th. We'll call it a long 2 here. And it looks like the Firebirds are going to go for it again here on 4th down. 4th and 2. Big possession here. Flags come in. Looks like it's going to be false start against the Firebirds. That'll move it back and make it 4th and 7 now. And it looks like Coach Batchelor will switch things up, and looks like they'll be punting now. As Ron Wakowitz is on for the first time tonight to punt. And East Wake will burn their first time out of the half. And with that, we'll remind everyone tonight's game is sponsored by Tar River Media. For all your live streaming and video production needs, call Tar River Media at 252-478-3320. And, of course, this is the Tar River Sports Network, and we'll be back with the live action in just a moment. And so we're back, and as we're getting play back underway, another update on the Northern Nash game from Red Oak, because Northern Nash Knights now lead Southwest. I believe that was 39-0 in the third quarter. It looks like Northern Nash will be cruising on to an easy victory there in their first non-conference game. And Wakowitz gets the punt away with no one back to receive it. And that'll roll dead just inside the 30.
And the punt is fielded by the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
So I believe Eastwake was expecting a fake there. So he left everyone on the line, no one back to receive it. So that'll be 1st and 10 now for the Warriors. We'll just say from their own 30-yard line. So it looks like Lucas will continue to let the play clock run down. And you may be able to see in the background on the screen there is some lightning flashes off in the distance. Hadn't reached that 10-mile barrier. Lucas will be left up around the right end. He'll run it out of bounds. That's definitely a big run for Lucas as he gets first down yardage out near the 50. He'll run out at about the 48-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 for East Wake as they now threaten to move into Southern Nash territory. And this will be handed off to Richardson, and he's going to be thrown for a loss as that was read well by the defense. Giving forward momentum, it'll still bring up a loss of only one. So it's 2nd down and 11 now for the Warriors, with 7:58 remaining in the third on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And Lucas will roll out to his left. He'll find a man open. The pass is complete. And that'll go out of bounds at the Southern Nash 34-yard line. That'll be another first down for the Warriors as they are now moving the football against the Southern Nash defense. Lucas will look to pass again. Another complete out in the flat. Still on his feet. And that one will go out of bounds as well. The clock will go dead. And that's going to be marked down at the 25, about a yard shy of the first down. Bring up 2nd down and 1. So still no huddle, still shotgun. And looks like Lucas is looking to keep this one himself. He'll take it off up the middle. Slips one tackle. A flag will come in behind the play as Lucas goes down just shy of the 15. And it looks like that is going to be against East Wake. And that's a holding penalty. So that'll negate that run and bring it back. We'll repeat second down. It'll be second down from the spot of the foul. Looks like it's going to be second down and a long 13. Lucas sends a man in motion. He'll look to throw the pass out to the flat, and that's going to be dropped. Southern Nash falls on it. The question is going to be was to throw behind the quarterback. That was dangerously close to being thrown backwards, which would have resulted in a fumble. However, the officials do not signify that. They'll call it an incomplete pass. And it'll be third and the long 13 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, we did then, but if I tell you, if Jackson runs hits a trail block 3, it's going to be dangerous. We're going to just go double tight.
Lucas looks to pass again, finds his man in the middle. Looks like the ball came out, and they're going to say flag out. They're going to say it was a complete pass, but the flag looks like it may be for an eligible receiver downfield. The ball did come out and hit the ground. The official on the sideline was blowing it dead there.
They called that a catch? They called that a catch?
So, very obviously from our side and from the camera point of view, however, they're going to say it was a caught ball. But taking the penalty will negate the catch anyway, but it will repeat third down. So it's going to bring up third and about 18 now. Lucas looking to pass again. And this is going to be intercepted by T.J. Tabron, who will take it down the right sideline. Flag does come in about midfield. Looks like there may have been a block in the back after the interception. We'll look to see what the officials call here.
Where is Trey? Where's Trey?
And that is the call. That'll be against the Firebirds. It is after the interception, so it will be a turnover. East Wake's first of the night. They called a hold, which was declined, and they accepted the block in the back. So there was actually 2 penalties called on the play, both of them against Southern Nash. So the Firebirds will take over first and 10, what looks to be their own 27-yard line. So still, this seems a slow-paced game tonight. You know, East Wake has not had a huddle. They've been running from the gun. Very few pass plays. Another flag on the play, but the penalties have plagued this game. And even with the no huddle, Eastwake is extending the game clock, the play clock, to drag things out and eat time. And there's 6:30 remaining in the third currently on the Baker around here, the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And Eastwake still leads 20-18 as there have been no scores in the second. There's an Eastwake player down on the field. So another penalty against the Firebirds. We'll make it 2nd and long. Looks like some leg cramps there for one of the Warriors, and the trainers will come out and attend to him. And with that, we'll recognize one of our sponsors for tonight's game. That's At the Bar Dance Academy, a place where dance and fun meet, where striving to be your best is only step one. Now accepting new and experienced students between the ages of 2 and 18, bringing the best dance training to the Nashville and Rocky Mount area since 2015. You can find them on their Facebook page, At the Bar Dance Academy. While they take care of that young man down on the field, we'll take a short break. This is Tar River Sports Network, and we'll be right back. So we have another local score to update you with. Fike, who is no longer in our conference, the Big East, which has been dissolved, is leading Bedingfield 34-0 in the third quarter over in Wilson. Reverse is on. Jackson Vick is still on his feet. He's slipping some tackles. He's still up around the right side. One man can catch him. Jackson Vick is down the sideline. There is a flag on the play back at about the 37 of Southern Nash. Vick will take it all the way for a score. We'll look to see what the penalty is. There is a Eastwake Warrior player down. So we're waiting to see what this penalty is and if it will bring the play back. Based on the reaction from head coach Brian Batchelor, it looks like it's going to be against the Firebirds, and it is. There's a hold call, and that'll bring back the touchdown run. No score. So with 6:10 left on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard, the score still 20-18 with Eastwake leading the Firebirds. As this half is shown to be very non-productive for either team offensively. So it looks like it's going to be spotted at 2nd and 10 from the, because they'll do the hold from the spot of the foul. So second down repeated here for the Firebirds. And Gandy will get the pitch around the left side. He'll duck in the middle, pick up, looks to be 7, possibly 8 on the carry. That looks like it's going to bring up third down and a long 3. They're going to spot it a little shorter than what I saw from here, so it looks like it's going to be third and a long 3 now for the Firebirds. And Sammy will get it again. This time he breaks through the line. One man can catch him. Gandy tries a stiff arm. He won't quite get there, but he is well down inside the 5-yard line. Sammy Gandy's biggest run of the evening that counted, that wasn't called back for a penalty. And it'll be first and goal for the Firebirds.
Jackson to go to 4.
And it looks like it's going to be spotted.
Tell Sammy to go get him.
At about the 4-yard line. It's hard to see from here. This will be pitched out to Leo Jones. He'll swing around the left end. And he'll take it in for the score.
Get Jackson out. Put Leo there and put Zyshawn at 4. Tell Leo to go 2 and Zyshawn to go 4.
So we're not sure if that was Zion or Leo, as they both have number 3 on the roster.
Yes.
So we've just been told that was Leo Jones. Give credit where credit is due. Junior, who missed last season.
Hey, we're starting to lean on them a little bit now.
And the PAT is good. First 2-point conversion of the night. So with 4:48 remaining in the third quarter on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard, the Firebirds are back on top by a touchdown, 26-20 over the Warriors. So while we change ends and prepare for the Firebirds to kick off here, we'll remind everybody that Tar River Media is one of the sponsors for tonight's game. They're available for all your live streaming and video production needs. Call Tar River Media at 252-478-3320. And I'd like to remind everybody again, if you'd like to sponsor one of this year's games, there are several new packages. You can do multi-game packages starting at $300 for sponsors and multiple mentions. If you want to get a whole game, there are very few complete games that are left. I think maybe one may be available on the Southern Nash side. There's a couple left on the Northern Nash and Rocky Mount side. So if your business would like to get your name out there, please contact Tar River Sports Network at 478-3320, and we'll get you set up with a sponsorship package. So Daniels with a kickoff, and that'll shoot out of bounds. Untouched, the flag will come in. So East Wake will take over 1st and 10. Should be from their own 30-yard line. Make that the 35. That's what I was thinking. 35-yard line. first and 10 for the Warriors. Lucas looks to pass again. He's got a man deep. It's over his head. It's caught. That stop's going to be made by Zyshawn White.
It's going to be first and 10 for the Warriors from the Firebird. 45-yard line.
He don't even know the ball was at.
And that's going to be enough for a first down and move the Warriors into Southern Nash territory, as it'll be first and 10 from the 45-yard line of Southern Nash. Oh, wow. High snap. And there'll be a false start called against the Warriors, who actually, with that penalty, saved themselves from what could have been an even bigger loss or possibly a turnover. Lucas will tuck this in, try to keep it himself, but he won't. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, he'll be brought down. No gain on the play. It'll remain second down and 15. And that ball will be spotted exactly on the 50. Lucas will hand off this time, and a slip on the wet ground will cause a loss on the play for the Warriors. That'll bring up third, now in about 17 for the Warriors. I really want to give a shout out here to the cameramen, Rodney and Mark, who have had the steady hand through tonight's game with no workable tripod to put things on to hold it steady. This has been, I guess we'll call them Cool Hand Luke 1 and 2. Hold us with a steady playing field. No shakes, no tremors. Run play off the right side will get back almost to scrimmage, and that's going to bring up fourth down for the Warriors, and that'll actually be fourth and 12 now. And it looks like the Warriors will be sending out their punt unit.
Are we going to put a returner back? We need a returner back. Are we not putting anybody back? Hey, we're missing one. We'll put somebody else back. Who's there, Roger? Oh. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not doing it, Sterling. But that's fine.
So Lucas is out. It looks like they're set to punt. Slow snap. The punt will be away. It's a high punt. And Southern Nash won't touch it, and the Warriors will let it roll dead. And Southern Nash will take over first and 10 from their own 20-yard line, with a minute 26 remaining in the third on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. So an opportunity here for the Firebirds to possibly put a score on before the end of the quarter. As this will be handed off. Flag will come in the defensive backfield.
They called something. They got to have 12. They called holding.
And Trey Mitchell will all the way out to the 35 on a 15-yard carry. The flag came in behind the defense looking to see. So this penalty against the Warriors. And with a 15-yard carry, some discussion here about the different options of the penalty and where the ball will be placed. So while another injured Warrior is attended to, that penalty now will be declined on the 15-yard carry from Trey Mitchell. So that'll be a first down for the Firebirds at their own 35-yard line. And the pitch back to Mitchell again. And he'll pick up a few on that carry. Should bring up second down and about 6 now. Alford back under center. Have not seen a pass play as of yet tonight from the Firebirds. This will be handed off up the middle. And Leo Jones off to the races. Yes, and he won't be caught. A touchdown. Looks like there is a flag on the play.
Oh, my gosh.
Another flag, another hold. And that'll bring back another touchdown for the Firebirds. So 6 points will become second. And it should be second in about 9 to go. That flag was thrown right beside the injured Warrior. So they're going to move it back to the original line of scrimmage after the penalty. That'll be second down at 10.
They don't have a timeout. Go. Go. Run the play. No, that's bull crap.
Oh, man.
You can't do
so
that.
East Wake set up to the sideline as if they had a timeout.
He blew the freaking ball in play.
And they blew the ball in play. Southern Nash rushed to the line to go ahead and run the play while the East Wake defense was not set. And the line judge blew it dead as an official timeout. And there'll be a false start against the Firebirds.
We're so stupid. I mean, we're going on one. Put him back for Zashon.
19 seconds do remain in the third period. It's now going to be 2nd and 15. So Eastwake is out of timeouts. This will be handed off the right side. Okay. So, correction, Eastwake does have timeouts. However, they didn't call for the timeout when the coaches entered the field of play a moment ago. And that'll bring the third quarter to a close, with Southern Nash now back on top, 26-20 over the Warriors of East Wake on the Baker's Professional Services scoreboard. This is the Tar River Sports Network, and we'll be right back for the fourth and final quarter. And we're back to get this fourth and final quarter underway. We see Southern Nash now 3rd and 15. Another penalty-plagued drive. Mitchell will turn it up to the left side. He's going to take it back out. He's got it out close to the first down. It'll depend on the spot here. 44 remaining in the ball game, and the extra point attempt upcoming. So a big defensive play there by the Warriors. Another flag. And this will be against the Warriors for an illegal substitution. As this will move the Warriors back just a little bit more for this two-point conversion. The pass is off up the middle, and that is caught. And Eastwake takes the lead now, 28-26. With just over 9 minutes remaining in the game, 9:44 exactly on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. So once again, we want to thank Tar River Media for sponsoring tonight's game. For all your live streaming and video production needs, call Tar River Media at 252-478-3320. Weddings, parties, anything you need, your live streaming videos.
53-0.
And just getting an update from the Northern Nash game as it's in the fourth, and Northern Nash leads the Cougars of Southwest 53-0. So with clock running, that's probably headed for a final there, as Northern Nash will go 1-0 in this young season. And meanwhile, back here in Wendell, it's been a back-and-forth matchup between the Warriors and the Firebirds, as the Warriors have just regained the lead and gone up by 2, and will now be kicking off to Southern Nash. This will be kicked deep and will be fielded by Trey Mitchell, who'll bring it back out over midfield.
Look at that. That's awesome by Dante.
Another flag comes in.
That's awesome by Dante.
Looks like this flag may be against the Warriors.
Tell Trey to stay with you. 4 is Sammy. Jackson's at 2.
Looks like it's going to be a unsportsmanlike.
On us.
They're going to call unsportsmanlike on both teams,
Dante,
offsetting
went to our sideline.
offsetting penalties. So the ball will remain on the 50, 1st and 10 for the Firebirds from the 50-yard line. As Gandy will get the handoff and stays on his feet. Those are some strong legs on Sammy Gandy, as he'll manage to get that what looked to be a gain of nothing out to a gain of almost 5. We'll call it 4. 2nd down and 6 now for the Firebirds. That low center of gravity on Gandy and those strong legs allowed him to just push forward. And Gandy gets the call again. This time he'll break through on the left side at the middle. Nobody's going to touch him. We'll look back for the yellow flag double check. And there are none. And Sammy Gandy will take it to the house for 6. As Southern Nash goes back on top, 32-28, with 8:45 remaining in the game. Southern Nash on again to go for the 2-point attempt. A pitch back to Jackson Vick. He'll be hit behind the line of scrimmage and stopped.
Justin's 5 yards behind the freaking play.
And it will be no good again, as Southern Nash has struggled on the 2-point conversion. And that'll leave the score 32-28 and a 6-point lead for the Firebirds with 8:45 remaining on the Baker Professional scoreboard. So as we've mentioned earlier in the game, sponsorship opportunities are available, and sponsorships aren't just limited to businesses. If you have personal messages that you'd like to sponsor out, they could be happy birthdays or recognizing. I know some of the travel baseball teams have used it to advertise openings for players needed, as a lot of the young people do watch as far as watching the live stream, so you can see travel baseball, the AAU basketball. This is a service, and now with these affordable pricing packages that have been laid out by the Tar River Sports Network ad team, it's the right time to take advantage, and you can sponsor Southern Nash, Northern Nash, Rocky Mount, or Nash Central, wherever you would like to sponsor and have your name or your message put out. So Daniels with the kickoff, a deep, nice kick. He touched it. The ball is live. It'll go into the end zone where it'll be blown dead. So the Warriors will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Let's go, D. Get off the field right here.
With 8:44 now remaining in the game.
Do what now? Sammy needs to get on D. We're going to take the under. Sammy needs to get on D. But Sammy's down there. Sammy needs to get a swig of water and go.
Handoff up the middle, be met at the line of scrimmage. A flag will come in from the backside of the play once again. And it's going to be a hold called against the Warriors, as I believe they have now officially been more penalty yards than they have rushing yards for the game. I'm just making that up, by the way. It just seems that way. So many penalties.
I think we've had more fumbles than we've had penalties. We have put it on the ground a lot.
So that'll repeat 1st down. It will now be 1st and a long ways for the Warriors, as it was from the spot of the foul. So it looks like I'm hearing 1st and 21 here for East Wake. Handoff up the middle. Gets wrapped up.
He's got to finish it.
A small gain by Richardson, picked up about 3. Coming up 2nd down and 18 now for the Warriors. Lucas will roll out to his left, and the pass will be thrown incomplete. And that's going to be now 3rd and 18 for the Warriors. And the clock does stop with 7:45 remaining in the game. So you would think you obviously need to expect the pass play here. And once again, Lucas will roll it. He'll look back to his right. Nearly intercepted, but knocked down and out of play. And a big defensive play. I believe that was Kahari Caudle on that play. Nice play there by Kahari to save it and bring up 4th down and long for the Warriors. So another score update. Fight now leads Beddingfield 40-0 over at Beddingfield. So not much of a contest there either.
Yeah, I mean, as long as Jackson's good, he's back there running the punt return, I'm assuming so.
So the punt team on now for the Warriors. Jackson Vick is back deep, and he's really deep. He's expecting about a 60-yard punt. And the punt is away, and he gets back there. Nice punt.
Get away, get away, get away.
And T.J. Tabor nearly stepped on it. But that'll be blown dead right there. They finally blow the whistle. A few precious ticks do go off the clock while they're waiting. But 7:26 remain on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And with Southern Nash still leading 32-28. And now 1st and 10 in East Wake territory. From the 47-yard line. Excuse me, 42-yard line. Offered with a handoff to Vick. Will bounce off to the right side and actually be thrown for a loss. They should give him forward momentum. We'll look for the spot here. So there will be a little bit of a loss. We'll call it 2nd down and 11 now for the Firebirds.
We'll get Leo in there.
As Jackson Vick steps up a little limp, you see that right calf is wrapped. Don't recall seeing that prior to the game, but he will step off for just a moment. As Leo Jones will check back in. And Gandy will get the handoff here. He'll take it, cut back up the middle. Pickup of about 5 on the play. On another nice short yardage run by Gandy. So 3rd and 6 now for the Firebirds. And Gandy will bust the middle wide open again. No flags are down, and Gandy will score again. And with 5:39 remaining in the game, Southern Nash has moved into its largest lead of the game, now 38-28, with yet another 2-point attempt upcoming. Not very successful this evening in converting those. And will not be successful this time either, as there is another flag. It'll be a false start. It'll be a false start, so they'll have to replay that with a penalty. And it looks like Coach Batchelor is going to send out a kick attempt. If we could get a kicker on the field, I think they're going to try to kick the extra point. And Batchelor will be forced to use a timeout. As the kicker was MIA for the PAT. WTH. So anyway, it looks like Southern will attempt an extra point kick. They be the first extra point kick attempt since the first touchdown of the game. Conversion here would put Southern Nash up by 11 with 5:39 remaining on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And so Daniels is now on for the kick attempt. And it's down. And that is going to be good. He's 1 for 2 for tonight. And the Firebirds pull ahead by 11. With 5:39 remaining on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. Once again, tonight's game brought to you in part by At the Bar Dance Academy, a place where dance and fun meet. Where striving to be your best is only step one. They are now accepting new and experienced students between the ages of 2 and 18, bringing the best dance training to the Nashville and Rocky Mount areas since 2015. You can find them on their Facebook page at the Bar Dance Academy. And that, once again, that's BARRE, At the Bar Dance Academy. We'd like to thank Will and Melinda Coughlin. I can tell you that couple, not only do they do At the Bar Dance Academy, but they have invested a lot of time in the local youth, both at Momire Baptist Church, with the different upward leagues that they have, as well as just community involvement in general. So we want to thank them personally from Tar River Sports for all that they do. And please, if you have a young lady or son that's interested in dance training, see At the Bar Dance Academy. Daniel's on for the kickoff. And this one will go deep again. And it's right. That'll be fielded. There will be a return. He's got some room to run. A nice spin move. He stays on his feet. He's still up. Finally brought down at midfield. So Michael Vick with the return. So it's 1st and 10 from the 50. As the Warriors will now get their shot at a score from midfield, much like Southern Nash just had. Lucas with the handoff again up the middle. Holds his feet, but then he'll be finally brought down, a gain of 4, possibly 5 on the play. Lucas back to pass. It was a timing pattern, but it looks like the route was run wrong, so nobody was there. That'll bring up 3rd down at 6. Lucas will look to keep this one himself. He's going to try to take it in the middle, but he's going to be thrown for a loss on that play. They'll spot him back at the at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down and 6 now for the Warriors. And timeout will be called by the Warriors. And that'll leave them 1 timeout for the remainder of the game. And Southern Nash actually has 2 timeouts remaining. 4:26 left in the game. All right, we have a couple of final scores in, as Fike did beat Bedingfield 40-0, and as we mentioned earlier, Northern Nash with the running clock in play. That final score is official now, 53-0. Northern Nash beat Southwest Edgecombe. Looks like there'll be another flag on the play. It'll be another false start against the Warriors. That's going to make 4th and 11 now. East-Wake, who is really doesn't have a choice but to go for it this late in the game, and trailing by 11. They need to convert here. And I'll apologize for myself now. My voice is going out. Apparently, I haven't done my my workouts over the summer either. Oh, the ball hits the quarterback right in the face mask. And whether it's recovered or not, that ball will belong to Southern Nash. It's a turnover either way, as they did recover the fumble. So it'll actually be 1st and 10 from the East-Wake 45. Looked like there was some confusion on the motion, and when Lucas looked away, the snap came and hit him in the face mask. And this will be handed off around the left end to Sammy Gandy. He'll take it down to the 40, a gain of about 5 on the play.
Tell him to slow the pace. Tell him to slow the pace.
As we have just passed the 4-minute mark remaining in the game. And this is going to turn into a game of the clock here, as I'm sure they'll start burning some play clock to try to dwindle that game clock on down. Handed off to Jackson Vick up the middle. Likely a loss on the play of possibly a yard or so. Bring up 3rd down and 6. So definitely going into milk the clock play as it now approaches 2:40 remaining in the game. And Southern Nash will use a timeout.
Freaking timeout. He called a timeout. Jesus.
And that will leave Southern Nash with one timeout.
Get Trey. He's got to come out and get Trey. Is he good or not?
All right, and we'll return to play here. It's now 3rd down and 5 for the Firebirds. After the timeout. And Gandy will take the handoff back up the middle. He'll cut it back. As he continues to slip tackles, he's down to the goal line, and he's going to score. And that should be the exclamation point with no penalty flags back on the play.
Somebody hear me.
As Southern now leads 45-28 with 2:23 remaining on the the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. That's right, Dan. I just called you girls. I know you're listening. As Daniels is back out to make it 2 for 3 on the night. And it's down, and he will split the uprights again. As Southern now leads by 18, 46-28 with 2:23 remaining in the game on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. So as we start to bring this to an end, we'll come back and thank both of our sponsors for tonight's game. At the Bar Dance Academy, a place where dance and fun meet, where striving to be your best is only step one. They are now accepting new and experienced students between the ages of 2 and 18. They are bringing the best dance training to Nashville and Rocky Mount area since 2015. You can find them on their Facebook page. That's at the Bar Dance Academy. And also Tar River Media for all of your live streaming and video production needs. Call Tar River Media at 252-478-3320. So Daniels back on to kickoff once again. And the high pooch kick, a fair catch will be signaled. And that'll be down at the 30-yard line. And that's where the Warriors will take over.
I'm going to come down there.
And a new quarterback in for the Warriors, and that's going to be through the hands of the receiver. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Somebody get a name on this new quarterback. That is Jordan Sherrill in as quarterback now. And he'll keep this in himself to run up the middle, and he is hit hard at about the 35-yard line. They bring up 3rd down and 5 here. Sherrill looks to pass. He's got a man open. Pass is complete, and he'll be tripped up by Kahari Caldwell. That'll bring up 4th down and about 2 for the Warriors, who really need to convert this if they have any kind of chance. With a minute 28 left, Sherrill will do the old baseball slide. It is enough for a 1st down. So nice heads-up play by that young man. So with a minute 20 left in the game, 1st down and 10 here for the Warriors from their own 40-yard line. Sherrill's looking to pass. He's got his man open. His ball is caught. And he'll be hit. That tackle. Be 2nd and 3 now for the Warriors as we are under a minute, 50, down to 45 seconds remaining in the game. This should be the last couple of plays here. They'll look downfield. A flag comes out. Calder will knock the pass away. And that's going to be, it's like an illegal motion call against the Warriors. So that'll bring them back and knock a few more off. It will stop the clock momentarily. 39.2 seconds remain. And it looks like Southern Nash will be moving on to a victory as they lead 46-28 here. So Southern Nash will start the 2021-2022 season now 1-0. So by declining that penalty, bring up 3rd down and 3. And Shell will roll out to his left for the pass. And it's going to be tipped away by T.J. Tabron. Nearly intercepted by Leo Jones. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 32.9 seconds remaining. And it's going to be handed off up the middle. Nice run. Should be enough for a 1st down. Richardson with a carry. And with the 1st down, that does 29 seconds remaining. And that clock will be running away. Pass play across the middle. It's complete. He's going to break away down to the 20-yard line before he's tackled. Nice pass play there by the Warriors. 12.8 seconds remain. Osborne on the catch from Sherrill. So the Warriors may have a couple of opportunities here to possibly score at the end of the game. Won't be enough to win. They'll intentionally ground it to stop the clock. And it looks like the Warriors will bank this on probably one last play. A loft to the end zone. And it will be intercepted in the end zone by Thomas Copeland. And with that turnover, should be victory formation for the Firebirds here. And they'll bring this one to an end, and that should bring your final score. The Firebirds 46 and the East Wake Warriors 28. As we move on next week, the Firebirds will be hosting the 4A school Corinth Holders as they visit Nash County for Southern Nash's first home game. And so everyone knows there will be a special recognition of the 1991 State Eastern Championship runner-up team, Firebirds. They should be in attendance. They're going to be honoring them that night, so please plan to come out and see that. And we want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. We want to thank our sponsors, At the Bar Academy, Tar River Media, and Baker Professional Services for sponsoring the scoreboard. Once again, this is Brent Cohn, and this is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll see you next week.